Hello, everybody. Sheila McKenna, founder of Push Factor here. And I thought that I would continue talking about the power of meditation and how it can change your life dramatically if you do it correctly. And there are many different ways of meditating. There really are. I could give different examples, but the one that I want to talk about is the Joe Dispenza way of meditating, simply because there is an actual model. There is a formula. There is a way of doing it. I enjoy it so much because I think I'm going to assume that most of us are this way. We like when we are learning something, we want to know what it is that we're learning, why it is beneficial to us, or why it works, how it works, and later on what the benefits are. And he lays it out really, really beautifully. And he puts it out in a way that it is scientific. It is not just spiritual. It's not something that you can disprove anymore because there's just so much backed up. And there are so many people who have had testimonials talking about the benefits of his work that you just have to try it out for yourself. There's nothing for you to lose. So because I'm going to talk about myself and my story because this is the only way that I can talk about it. The thing about me 30 days before I started doing this work was, first of all, I didn't really care much for meditation. Yes, I was in the self-development industry, right? I mean, that's what this particular YouTube channel was about. But I've never really talked about the benefits of meditation because I didn't see anything that was really talking about it in a way that I understood it. And I like to practice things and do them before I actually talk about them. I don't just, review things and all that without me putting myself in as a guinea pig. So I guess I decided to be my own scientist. I decided to try it on myself. I mean, what else did I have? I had all of these thoughts and feelings that I felt like they were just stuck inside me, and they were not. They didn't want to let go of me, and I couldn't think clearly anymore. I couldn't feel clearly anymore. I just felt like I was inside this dark cloud and I needed to do something about it. So I just want to talk about what the benefits have been and how it can help you. First of all, if you do Joe Dispenza's meditations clearly, I can tell you for a fact that in 30 days, you will see significant changes in yourself, emotionally, mentally. You're just not going to want to be the same person anymore because you've learned so much information. And not only that, something changes. You just change chemically. You don't think the same way. You don't act the same way. You don't think the same way anymore. You can't. One of the biggest benefits that I realized about his meditations is that, okay, you may not necessarily be seeing your brain waves slowing down, but your brain is altered. Your brain is altered. It just slows down. All this active thinking, all this stuff that used to make me anxious or make me worried or make me feel less than, make me feel unworthy. I don't have those feelings anymore. They are no longer active feelings anymore. So he talks a lot about the fact that your brain changes from beta, which is a brainwave pattern, which is what we all are in when we are conscious. And when we are running really, really strong thoughts, and we are constantly ruminating on certain thoughts, and we are always worried and we are always anxious, then he calls that high beta, which I believe I was in. I was in high beta all the time because I was just caught up in everybody else's I wasn't caught up in their problems, but I was making Their problems with me, my problems, right? And when you meditate for as long as you do, like, between 30 minutes to 1 hour is sufficient time, as long as you're doing it daily and you're doing it properly and you are understanding the benefits of why you are meditating, as long as you understand all these things, then truly you can't help but change. Something inside you has to happen. And what happens, that I was talking about the fact that your brain waves start to slow down to theta. I hope that's what it is. I hope that it's high beta and then theta, I believe, because gamma is now a supernatural space that you can get into, which I don't believe that I'm in right now. I think that I'm in theta at the moment. I can manage to get myself into a theta brainwave. The reason why I say that is because my thoughts no longer bother me. They have no power over me. They don't have any control over me. I can feel them. I can think something and I can feel it, because that's what I've been training my body to do for the past 22 years. I've been doing that same thing over and over again. But now I can just observe them. I don't have to engage with them. I don't have to act on them. That power is gone. So it is showing me that everything that I've been learning, I have been applying, and I have implemented the neural circuitry that should anything try to unseat me, then I have what it takes to put myself back into where I'm supposed to be, right? I can calm myself down. I can dismiss a thought now, something that used to, and sometimes, man, my thoughts can really throw curveballs. Sometimes I can think the nastiest thing about myself. And now I think about it and I'm like, that's not true. And I also know what you're trying to do. And I am not going to let you slip by my awareness anymore to, into my autonomic nervous system. I'm not doing that anymore. So we're going to run with this program because it's my body now. I am in charge now. And you no longer have any control. So you better start getting with the program, buddy. And basically when I talk like this, I'm talking to my body and I'm talking to my mind. Because what I'm doing is reconditioning my body to a new mind. Anyway, so other than the fact that you slow down your wave patterns so that you don't allow these thoughts that used to run away with you to do that anymore, because now you're in control of them. The other massive benefit is that I actually am a nicer person. My name is McKenna, and McKenna in my language is the happy one. And if there's one thing that I have not been for a while, is happy. And now it is my biggest goal. It's my biggest purpose, to be happy just because, all the time. I believe now that the most important thing for me to do is just be peaceful and to be joyous, whether things are happening well for me outside of me, my outer environment, whether things are working out for me well or not. I'm not going to allow that to be of any consequence to how I feel, right? So other than being nicer, I'm a lot more patient. I believe I'm a lot kinder. And I haven't been in a situation yet where I've been in encounters with anybody who has tried to rattle me, maybe say something that would offend me or that kind of thing. But I believe that I'm going to handle that a lot better than I used to. A lot better. Because not only because of the fact that I may not react, but if it does happen that I react, then I will not be as hard on myself anymore. I will understand that I'm in a process. And my job, if somebody does make me lose my temper, is to shorten the refractory period from when I reacted to how long it's going to take for me to calm down, right? Dr. Dispenza refers to that as a refractory period. That period between, that space Will you allow it to just keep going for a day, for 2 days, for weeks, for months? Are you going to let this thing that happened to you affect you so much that that's, you know, there are days when you wake up in the morning and that's the first thing you think about, oh, that what did, you know? My job, now that I understand all of this, is to shorten that reactionary period. And my job now is just to shorten it and shorten it and shorten it to a point where if somebody does something to me or says something to me that is should have me reaching my peak, then I don't have to react with so much anger and so much rage anymore, to a point where it takes over me, and I don't have to do that anymore. I am more conscious. I understand myself better. There are other benefits, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just talking about those particular ones for now because I don't want this video to run for too long. So yeah, I just really encourage you guys, anybody who is in a space where you just feel like you're in this emotional loop where you feel stuck and nothing is changing for you, and you believe that there's something on the outside that is going to solve whatever it is that you're feeling or what you feel is missing on the inside. It's not out there. It's within you. It is inside of you. And once you change yourself on the inside, your outer environment is going to change. Really and truly, it's not a cliche. It really isn't. Anyway, so I've said enough. If you've watched this video all the way till here, let me know what you think. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Please do comment below. And yeah, just if you have any questions, also write them down. I'll be very, very happy to answer any questions that you have. So bye for now. Take care.